Hey yo, what up? Welcome to Black Savage Entertainment. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn notification bell on. Yo, in this video, we got Wack 100. He speaks more on Larry Hoover and him possibly being a rat. Now, a couple of days ago, Wack 100 spoke on the shooter's paperwork being revealed, and he turned out to be a rat. So he might be defending Larry Hoover just to cover for his own misdeeds that he did in the streets, and he told on somebody and testified as well. So Wack 100 speaks on why everybody's so upset about Larry Hoover. Why does he deserve so much reputation? What did he do in the community? Did he cause more harm than good? So let's get right into the content, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Let's get it.
Them Larry Hoover followers, boy. I'm sitting here, I said, look, I'm just saying, bro, like, I'm defending the nigga with this shit, but if the work come back weird, I'm just asking.
Man,
Then what?
that
Man, why is people even worried about, nah, you can't do that, nigga, because they
Yeah, he
worried
was
about it
skinny.
the same reason why he worried about a few niggas he probably had removed for the same infraction.
I think they just feel bad for the
I'm
men.
not gonna lie, we gotta use our noggins right here though. Like,
Huh?
y'all think he just announced the shit for no reason?
Well, how could you feel bad for a motherfucker who violated and got a chance to skip past it 50 something?
You right.
What about the other niggas who got caught?
That's a fact.
I don't feel bad for a nigga that got away with some shit 50 something years.
Let them breathe.
Bro, and niggas did their time, and that's something that motherfuckers is never gonna understand. But silence is secrecy. What I'm gonna say is that motherfuckers sat down and did their time for that shit.
50 years, right?
He did 50 years, but during the time ain't got nothing to do with you
I'm
telling
not
what
even
they got.
talking about Larry Hoover, G. I'm talking about everybody who was on board with this man, bro. I know that for a fact. My daddy sat down. My mama sat down.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about though.
Yeah, it does.
No, it don't, because they
Because
didn't
it wasn't
tell.
no, because if he would have snitched, bro, if we gonna talk about some snitching shit, you think a motherfucker would have denounced some shit? What the fuck are we talking about? He denounced some shit that he made the fuck up. Like, what are
Uh
Okay,
we
but why
saying?
oh.
Uh-oh, what?
you go do your time, then we, what? You get what? Nah, nigga, that's why we fucked up now. Niggas don't even need to be part of no organization where you gotta do some motherfucking time. That ain't no motherfucking. We talking about, listen, if the work come, what's gonna be their response?
They not gonna care.
I know that. I just want them to say it.
Yeah, they gonna jump to the man. Oh, like she just said, the man is old. Like I just said, he did some time. Let the nigga have some fresh hair. Because at this point, don't nobody.
But here's the thing, though.
Generation now.
But here's the thing, right? All right, let's keep it real. Martin Luther King, nigga died by the shit. They released, he fucking a white bitch, and he smoking cigarettes. Was it conversation?
It was.
So who the fuck is this nigga?
That's a fact.
Why the conversation gotta be, oh no, it can't no conversation.
And it ain't odd that he's fucking a white bitch and smoking cigarettes.
But I'm saying, because it was Martin Luther King, right? And we know his wife, and you know, right? But because
eat pussy every day.
That's what I'm saying. But this all came out after he died.
Right.
So I'm saying, if you speak on a motherfucker after they die because you find out something, they say, why you doing it? Fact. So now you speak on a motherfucker that's still here because you're reading something.
And they say,
why you doing it? Is that for everybody? That's for everybody. Let's erase snitching off the books. Snitching shouldn't be a penalty for nobody no more then, right?
It ain't shit. It really ain't.
No, it still is. They still hold niggas Account it shouldn't even be talked that he snitched. If we
Yeah, it's new
ignoring it,
criteria.
right? If we ignoring it,
The snitch is getting famous these days.
if you, if you
They ain't been
ignoring it,
worked out.
then let's just erase it off the books.
Okay. All right.
It's
No
real
more
shit.
snitches get stitches. No more.
I mean, am I saying something wrong? Because I'm wondering, I'm like, bro, if the paperwork come back wrong, then what? I don't understand why is this even discussed. What the fuck you mean?
That no snitching shit still a criteria in the
Hey,
streets.
look, hey, I'm all we can erase it.
Yeah.
Everybody can tell on everybody. Fuck it.
Facts.
Let's erase it.
They saying that from the jailhouse. Yo,
Hey,
jail.
nigga, I ain't a dope dealer. I ain't doing fraud. I
They
don't give a
saying that.
fuck. Go everybody telling everybody. Fuck it. That's what it is.
The,
Or cut it out with this selective politicking. You can't talk about that because it's him.
what you be saying to me? The politics. It's a phrase you be saying about politics.
Politics make a right situation wrong or a wrong situation right,
Yes.
depending on the politics of the situation. So in this situation, because he gets the popularity vote of everybody he didn't trick if his paperwork is bad. If his paperwork is bad, he tricked everybody, right? Because you took on the image and the stigma and the persona and the ranking of a dude that's following the rules, right?
Right.
But because you did that and your popularity vote is strong, now they bringing something up. Don't nobody want to talk about it. I hope it go his way. But I'm saying if it doesn't, then what? If 1090 get that paperwork and that shit say something that's not in favor, then what?
They gonna turn the politics is the politics of the good. What you just said, the phrase. The politics of the
It'll
situation,
make a
wrong
wrong situation
situation
right.
right, and the right situation wrong,
Wrong.
depending on the politics of the situation. Okay, I think I remember it now. That's what it's gonna be. The next argument gonna be that man. Oh, let him get out in peace. Why y'all want to see a black man locked up? They gonna talk about everything but that.
Who said something about seeing him locked up?
That's what they gonna say.
I told him, bro, whether this paperwork is good or bad, it doesn't stop them from releasing him. If they gonna release the nigga, they gonna release the nigga. Just like the footage the lady has on Larry Hoover didn't stop him from getting released. It didn't help him get released. Didn't do nothing. It never came out.
Now is the time for her to release it too.
Yeah,
Right now would be like the time.
that's a fact.
Yeah, this little information is just gonna quote unquote
That was
say
relevant.
something about the street cred.
Everybody gonna want to see the share right now.
Yeah. My question is, it could be there, but with all the enemies he had and how the government hate him, wouldn't he have gotten outed sooner? I
All
don't
the
know.
fanatics would watch this shit.
What it was?
No, I was saying, Wack, what's going on? No, I was saying with all the enemies,
I want you to think about what you're saying.
okay, let me think.
Listen
Let,
to what you're saying
let me think for
and
5
think
seconds,
about it.
then I'll say it. Hold on.
Because
Hold on. All right,
who
I got it.
said the government was his enemy? See, a lot of
Say one
niggas
more
are pump
time.
that
Say that
shit.
again, Wack. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Who said that the government was really on him like that? See, the other nigga they was on, he the one when he got the money from the other nigga. That they was on him about that. Who's to say that Larry Hoover just wasn't a regular criminal nigga like everybody else that got caught?
Well, from growing up, I mean, he was more than that in terms of what he was doing. But
Okay,
from
well,
me
what was
growing
he
up,
doing? What was he doing? Tread lightly. He went to the penitentiary at 23.
yes, he
So
did.
nigga, make sure you talk about what you know, not the motherfucking stories that run around the kindergarten circle.
I got you. So, all right. With that being said, though, my question is,
Oh no,
you,
get back over there on that square. You said
no, I'm gonna stick
he was
with.
more than that.
I'm going with what you said just now. I agree. I'm
You
with you on
said he
that.
was more than that. No, cause you was finna tell me about what everybody else been saying, right?
I was going
Yeah,
to tell you
okay.
about what the streets
I
were saying.
hear
Yeah,
I hear stories about myself that I never knew existed.
correct. And this is before.
Mm.
Listen, this before, as you would know, this before social media, before all that stuff, right? So
That's
I'm
my
with you though.
point. If he went to jail at 23, 24, at the rise of building a gang, I want you to tell me, I know what building a gang does. I built a few gangs on my block as a kid, nigga. Gang, listen, I know what comes with that, and I'm gonna be real. It's really nothing positive. So I want you to tell me, at the tender age of 23, 24, what was he doing on the streets to be that?
I would probably have to equate it to kind of like your path, Wack. How you establish yourself real young. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, I'm all the way in Philly,
23,
right?
24,
And I'm a young boy. Hold
I
on,
just got out the pen
just
at
on.
22. So
I got you.
I was still on my mission, but I wasn't who I was today. But I'm listening. You in Philly, and you
No,
heard
no,
what?
yeah. I'm talking about as a young boy, right? And then when I started traveling the country and things and started meeting people, went to college, met a lot of people, the stories about him. But if I can't use that, then I'm gonna strike that from the
No,
question because I understand.
one story we talking about from 18 to 23, 24. I want to hear these stories. I know the other nigga. He tried to get a bag from the people. I know why they was on his line.
But
Right?
I'm trying to tell you, yeah, and I agree. You got a fair point, Wack. But what I'm trying to equate to you is this. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you though. Like in the '90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Tread
like
lightly. I'm about to
okay,
attack you
hold
about
on,
these nights.
yeah. I'm not
Go
going down
ahead.
that road no more. I'm not going down that road no more. So you might know, like late '80s, early '90s. You might have heard of the JBM, right? In Philly, you and your Black Mafia,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So, but back in those times, as you probably recall, 50 miles away could seem like a million miles away. So there's people in New York that live in Queens, like Nas, who didn't know Alpo personally. These days that sound crazy, right? But he heard about Alpo. We heard about Alpo in Philly. We heard about Larry Hoover from Credible People, right? And I had a couple people from Detroit that dealt with Meech and all that type of stuff without getting too deep in it. And they told me about Chicago stuff. So it seemed real at the time because there wasn't no social media and there wasn't no reason to lie. But if
So
you can't go
what
by
they
that,
tell
then I
you he
got to
was
strike
doing?
all that.
What they tell you he was doing?
It was kind of like, it was kind of like, and I hate to use this name, but it was kind of like the big U thing from out west, same time. You understand what I'm saying? Just running. He was the man. He was running it from behind. He did
I'm
it when he
glad.
was young.
I'm,
He was
I'm
still
glad.
running.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
said that. And what Big U was doing in the forefront was one thing. What he was doing in the backyard was another, right?
And that's why I conceded the point early. Even though we
Now,
still talking about it, I
now,
get what you're
I
saying.
heard a nigga tell me he gave the children safe passage to get to school. Now I'm gonna be real. I don't know why the kids shouldn't be able to get to school, but fuck it. Let's say he's responsible for the ceasefire, whatever came with it. I said, but he was selling their mamas and daddies heroin while they was in school. Like meat. You can't glorify meat.
Right. No, no, not at all.
Help destroy a bunch of families and people's lives. Let's just keep it real, right?
You
We
know
just
what?
keeping it real, right?
Yeah, you know what's sad though, what? And you know this too from, like I said, being around. What's sad is at that time, my view was even jaded to where I wasn't mature yet, and it didn't seem wrong. It didn't seem good, but it didn't seem wrong. Now I can't even imagine.
Let's just keep it real. I'm just being real, bro. Like Freeway Rick. Okay. Wack, he got money. Okay, cool. How he get the money? He sold drugs. Okay. So what did that do to the community or communities?
Oh, it ruined families. I seen it firsthand. So
Glorifying him for contradicts what y'all all screaming. He was a community activist. That's what they scream, right?
oh, Larry? Yeah. Hmm.
All these niggas, they say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big U, everybody, right? How the fuck you a community activist and then you doing shit to destroy the community?
Right. And what I'm saying, Wack, is
I'm just
we
being real.
no, you're right. And we talking like grown men. Like my
Yeah,
daughter knows nothing of that now, right? She wouldn't even
none of that
understand.
shit.
She
Yeah,
wouldn't under.
none.
She's never. You know what I mean? So she
Because her
wouldn't
focus
understand.
ain't the hustle.
Hmm.
Her
Hell no.
focus
Like I
ain't the
don't talk to
power
her.
of a game.
Right.
Her focus is graduating, going to some type
Yeah.
of school and being a whatever, right?
She
So,
own a horse. Like she do the barn thing. We bought her a horse. Like she don't know nothing about. She think my stories is made up, but she believe me because I don't lie to her.
so I'm just being real. And they get mad, and so I asked them. I said, "Look, I'm defending the brother right now against the newspaper article, but if 1090 Jake comes back with paperwork and see you already just told me what they about to do. You just said it seemed to me that would have been out if such and such. Well, I
I
don't
mean,
give a
stranger
fuck
things
about
have
when it
happened.
did or didn't come out. If that shit is on the docket on the books,
Hey, well,
um,
you know I covered you, right? So I've seen stranger things happen. It's not
I,
impossible.
I'm just saying if it's on the docket of the books, right?
I'm with you.
And it comes out. My question is, well, what then? Because let's do the math. This motherfucker, I hate when they do that shit.
I was so confused when I first saw that.
Yeah, they slow. Something's going on up there traveling. So let's do the math. Oh shit. Let's do the math, right? This would have happened in
Yep. 57 years ago.
50 in
1968.
1950 what?
68.
68,
68.
68, right?
57 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now let's do the math. R&B says, well, it shouldn't be nothing to talk about. He old now, and boom, 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 right? So I hear you. She said, I would feel sorry for him. I'm like, well, shit. What about them niggas who paperwork came out in 68 and they never saw 69?
Right. Fair point. Yep.
Okay, so now, why would you feel sorry for a motherfucker who stole 57 years of street fame? I'm just asking. So now you gotta ask yourself, Dale. Here goes the thing, and I know how this white boy gonna come. You niggas been screaming this, screaming that, stand on this, principle that, this, that, and the whole time, the motherfucker you following is that. Then what he gonna say, right?
No, that's true. I do
And then
think,
he's gonna say,
yeah, go ahead.
so how are we supposed to believe that that's that?
If this is what that is.
If this is what that is.
Right. But I think,
This is what he gonna say.
right, right. But I do think the burden of
Right
proof,
there where you keep going wrong is the butt. So did they
not a
butt the
but,
nigga
not a but.
who they drug in the alley? Did they butt the nigga who they left in the warehouse? Did they butt them niggas? I'm just asking.
No, this is what I'm saying to you, Wack. If if you in that situation, as many times as you've been falsely accused, right, and they ain't got nothing, I wouldn't even blink if somebody said that about you. The
Bro,
burden of
listen
proof is
to me.
on them.
There's never been a newspaper article that said I said something, bro. I'm gonna be
No, no, no.
real.
I get you. I
Listen,
get
I'm
you there.
battling.
Okay.
I'm battling because I'm selective politicking myself. I'm saying, well, shit. If all they got is a newspaper, I can debunk that, right? This is what I'm saying. Now, what you think Wack hasn't done that I could do?
I already know. You know I know.
I ain't went to go try to
You
get
know
the
I know.
paperwork.
Yeah, you know I know.
I ain't even, the team will tell you I ain't went to try to get it. But, Dale, if the white boy pop up with the work and say, Wack,
I got the
what's
paperwork.
happening? They're saying I'm supposed to ignore it and not say nothing.
Well, that would be against everything you. Yeah. No, that wouldn't. That's
Don't
not going to
say
happen.
everything you or me. It's what this world this little mountain we come from, or the politics of the streets say. That's what that is. So I'm asking them like, well, bro, if he pop up with it,
You gonna call a spade a spade?
that's
I
it.
already know.
But they
Yeah. You're
telling
not,
me,
and you may not
I'm,
drag them, but you gonna call it what it is and leave it right there.
yeah, if a nigga put it in front of me and say, Wack, you gonna read this? And I read it. And it's that I'm asking them, okay, and let's just do the math. I know how 1090 coming. He gonna say, for the last 50 whatever some years, y'all was following behind this, or following behind that, screaming your movement was this or that, when the whole time y'all didn't have the internal workings to hold a man accountable. Now,
Right. Now, yeah.
it ain't
My
no
question to
doubt
you is,
that
okay.
this wasn't a conversation back then. No doubt niggas didn't sweep this shit under the rug.
That's where I was going. I was going to ask you that, and then I was going to ask because you've talked to plenty of people, and you good at smelling
No
bullshit.
doubt.
How how on a scale of 1 to 10, how
You talking about
credible
the guy
did
I
Mr.
interviewed?
Highsmith sound to you? I mean, I put it out, so I can't. I'm asking you because you talked to him direct.
On the scale of 1 to 10, Mr. Highsmith, on the scale of 1 to 10, Mr. Highsmith sounded like a 10 when I'm questioning. Remember, they called me.
Yeah,
They
he
called
sounded.
me. That's him and the number 2. That's the number 2 that was on the
Yeah,
phone with him. That's the number 2 right now.
yeah,
They
yeah.
called me.
He
Now,
sounded. He didn't.
now hold
Hey,
on.
listen. He didn't quiver
Hold on.
once. He didn't change anything. I listened close because I had to edit it, but he didn't shake once. So I don't know. He's either the best liar in the world or Larry ain't tell. So I don't
Hey,
know.
that's
Now,
Larry Hoover
now, I'm
number
gonna tell
two,
you
Wack.
this.
That Larry Hoover number two
Hold
you
on,
talking
I'm
about?
gonna tell you this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. At the time, he sounded very, very credible. And you know, y'all, every now and then, I do some bitch ass nigga shit. I admit it to y'all, don't I? I tell y'all.
Yep, all the time.
I've definitely been on some bitch ass nigga shit because after that, the shit started rolling into me. Right there?
I know. It be what's not said that be the most important. Like I could hear without somebody saying something. Like if you
Uh,
don't say it, I could kind I
here
think we
come.
all can. We've been around you, so we know kind of like, uh-oh.
Hold
You
on,
know what I mean?
here
Without
it
even
comes.
knowing.
So what I did, instead of doing what I would normally do, I sat back. Okay, 1090 academics obviously had a conversation, but I'm knowing the content I ran debunks 1090 along with it being a newspaper article, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So when I know I got what I got to respect 1090's research hand and say, if I got it, this nigga's upset. I done kind of debunked him. I know he got it. If not, he gonna get it. So you say, well,
Now,
Wack, why would you say you thought dude was credible, the shooter, when you interviewed him, but now you saying, now I'm down at a 5. You know why, Dale?
oh yeah, pressure. It could be
No.
pressure. Oh
Yeah?
no?
Where you think
Oh,
the pressure come from?
you already come on.
This nigga is a rat. Now, they sent me his proffer paperwork from 1992. So now the shooter then proffered. So now I have to factor in, okay, did they approach him and say, look, nigga, you know we was supposed to wooty wooty whoop behind you, you know, telling on this or telling on that or whatever. We need you to go head on and this. You already in violation for shooting a homie. So now I got a proffer on the dude, Dale. I got the proffer.
That's a problem. That potentially
I
could be a
have the
problem.
proffer, Dale. Like I have it. I can send
I
it to
have no doubt. Like,
you. Right? So, huh? That's cool. I don't like my woman working. So now I'm looking at a proffer and I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, is there a possibility where some pressure could have been applied to tell this story? Yes, it is. So I'm telling myself, why 1090 ain't fired back with this? So I sat back, went to the war room, and said, okay, this nigga up to something. Sure enough, paralegals hit me. 1090 got us looking for that paperwork. And we found it as active, we ordered it for him. 1090 want to wait till he get the paperwork. If that fucking paperwork ain't in his favor, nigga, he coming out a nigga with all he got.
I'm sure.
He gonna expose that, and then he gonna show and say, and let me tell you why Mr. Highsmith lied. And then he gonna show dude's profit. At that point, I only got one response. I've already conjured up my response. My response is not one that can clear nothing up. It's just to say, at this point, this what it is, and this what it ain't. That's it. So
Right, right.
that's why the proffer come 2 days later. I'm like, damn, this nigga
So,
told. Told.
so, so let me ask you this, Wax. So within the prophets, we done reviewed a lot on this floor, right?
I'm gonna send you the cover page. I'm trying to PTR my phone. My shit just froze up. I'm gonna put the cover page up. You're gonna see the case filing number. You're gonna see where he proffered at, what he said. You're gonna see it all. It was a dope case, 1992. What it was. I mean, I wish it didn't exist, but shit. And this is the thing. Let me ask you, Dale.
Yep.
You think them old niggas from back then don't know this proffer didn't happen? You think the nigga that shot Larry Hoover tells later on and they didn't know?
Oh hell yeah, they they knew. Yeah.
This what I'm saying. So now I'm kind of like, all right, the politics is kicking in. This is the love for Larry.
Well, I
Huh?
could sense that too in the conversation too.
Yeah, it's the love for Larry. And I'm going to be real. Um, right there. I ain't got nothing against Larry Hoover. I really don't know too much about him to have something against him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't got nothing against him. Tell him straight. That's why I be telling these niggas. I tell these niggas, I say, you niggas is bad friends or comrades because if I was just a fucked up nigga, the shit y'all talk to me and make me turn. Now, Wack and 1090 standing on the same side is bad business right now. I am the only motherfucker with a voice and platform that can fight this white boy right now. Who else can fight him on this internet? Who else can fight this white boy right now on the mission he on?
I can't name none. Other people would have to group up. You could do it yourself.
That's what I'm saying. I'm the only one that can fight him. You get what I'm saying? So within me, I had a nigga tell me, Wack, you violating for fighting for him. I'm really confused. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I know what it means, but
Tell me
it
what
don't make
that
sense.
means.
I know what it means, but I don't agree with it. What they saying is even your defense of it brings more attention to it because of your visibility and what your name means now. I mean, you know
What
what
the
I'm
hell
saying?
they think 1090 did 200,000 the
No,
first
I agree.
18
I agree.
hours?
They're saying, listen, they're saying all attention is bad on this situation, even if it's four. But it don't make sense. But that's what they saying. You get me?
Okay,
Like
so they also saying if a motherfucker guilty, we just gonna ignore it.
indirectly, they kind of saying that. Indirect. They saying let sleeping dogs lie. Like they saying, you know what I mean? That's what they saying.
Listen, bro. Unfortunately, when you a public figure, and I'm gonna be real, all this entertainment twist come from Jay Prince clout chasing him way back in the 90s, putting him on recordings and shit, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Without all that going on, a nigga would have looked at Larry Hoover like, Geronimo Pratt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas wouldn't even probably be talking about him in this lane.
Yeah. Rick Ross ain't doing him no favors either.
That's what I'm saying. All these niggas clout chasing off the nigga name, bro. So another thing be crazy is these niggas be talking to niggas like, baby, listen, check this out. I know you fine and all that, and I love you and all that, but you can't be stealing no nigga snacks, okay? You stealing the nigga snacks, my nigga.
Which one you going first?
You stealing the nigga snacks. Man, tell these women, you fucking with our snacks. These niggas beers, they drink beers. Follow them, right? So I get it, it's crazy, but it's like Dale was, well, I'm telling you, Dale is crazy because it's like, I can't front. I hate to say it. I see why. I got it right here. All right. I see why the government starts to get scared when certain people got influence. I see it. I'm like, oh. This why the government be getting nervous. Cause it don't matter what a nigga say, it is what it is. It's damn near like, um, I don't want to call it a god, but like a prophet. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
all them people was down there with the Jim Jones nigga?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't have drunk none of that juice. Nigga, hold on,
Oh
nigga.
hell.
What you mean drink this and you gonna have eternal life? But nigga, let me see you drink it first, nigga. And I'ma holler at you in 30 years. Right? But because it was him, they did it, no question.
Yeah, the government always been scared of those messiah type figures. Black, white, green,
They
yellow.
said it, yeah. Now here goes the thing. Here's the question I've been asking. And I'm asking because I'm curious. What did he do to get that status? Or did the propaganda of the people continuing to pass it on, and get more to be a part of and a part of? And now you look up, you got 1, 2, 3, 40, 50,000 people who ain't never seen, talk to the man, but all they going on is the stories that's been passed down of what they think it is or want it to be, and that created it. See, I asked him,
Yeah,
can you tell me a few good things Martin Luther King did? The nigga was able to tell me. The marches, the desegregation, all those. Some people felt like it worked against us. His approach to peaceful walks and this, and that. Okay, great. We can stop right there. He said, I have a dream speech. Well, I said, cool. Can you tell me what Larry did? And they get mad at me. I don't know why.
yeah. When that thing
But I'm
happened to
really
him.
curious. I'm
Oh
like,
god.
yo, the nigga got a hand. He got a strong hand. I'm like, maybe I missed something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
maybe I missed something.
And I don't think you missed. I don't think you know what it is. Like that era, right? There's a lot of mythos around that era. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's like the whole Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes, who turned out to be a rat. Like all those figures during that time, there was so much propaganda around them. And I mean, like they would do 60-minute interviews and all that old school stuff. That would build up the legend, even though they was locked up. Like it would keep going that way. They did it with Rayful Edmond. They did it with they would interview them a lot. 60 Minutes love them people for some reason. Like these black mythological figures. Like they they was on every other week. I remember being little watching it and like, oh, he must have. And that's why I backtrack when you're like, well, you don't have no first hand. No, no. But I see where the
Yeah.
legend was created. You understand what I'm saying? It was through the
No, I
media. It was
don't.
a
I
lot of that.
know.
And
Listen.
on the
So
streets. And
you
on the
saying
streets.
it's all propaganda?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%.
There's one thing old Charleston White said. I could be leaving something out, nigga. When they say, when they say he did this and he did this and did that for the people, right? He said, yeah, but nigga, he hurt 10 times as many people he did all that for. So what? You can't say nothing
Nah, you can't. But back, like
because we built it
Oh,
off
good.
of money and dope dealing.
Right. But if you gave out turkeys, you was the man. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, but okay. So you give out $5,000 in turkeys, but what did your product do to the
Oh
people?
yeah, the math don't math. I'm saying that was the standard, as low as it is. It's sad, man.
So I be asking it. I ain't asking. I'm like, yo, bro, what did the motherfucker do? I'm just curious. Shit, I don't know. You know, I read up on Martin and Malcolm and you know, shit. You know, so I can kind of like, okay, well, these things went on, you know. Nigga asked me who some of my heroes was. I told the nigga Harriet Tubman, motherfucking, uh, what I tell him? The track and field dude, who went to,
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens. He like, an athlete? I said, man, that nigga went to Germany in the heart of control of Hitler
With
and fucked over
and monkeys is on the
him.
newspaper. They had a picture of Jesse Owens with a monkey tail, and he still beat their ass.
Listen, so that nigga was crazy for even going over there. But he went anyway. You know, I will say, Larry Hoover, I say this, when it comes to the influence he got, it ain't no Crip or Blood nigga that got that shit. Not a one. That's some real shit. Cause
Mhm.
this is some real motherfucking, contradictory, manipulating, false ass shit that nigga will fight you behind.
I mean, shoot. Hey, if Bang's on the floor, it only got to burn the name King John's temper. We know it was people ready to die on this app.
Nigga, for real.
Alright, y'all, that's the end of the video, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think in the comments below. What's y'all opinion on Larry Hoover, man? Do y'all think he deserved this godlike figure and reputation that everybody seems to carry on Larry Hoover? Seems like a lot of his followers are very strong believers, and they will go to the end of the earth to defend Larry Hoover. So what is y'all stance on Larry Hoover? Do y'all think he did any good in the community to deserve the support of the black people for so long, after all this time, after so many years of being incarcerated? What did he do when he was free? Does he have any accolades when he was out in the streets free before he was arrested at the age of 24? What's y'all opinion? I'm young. I wasn't around the time when Larry Hoover was free in the street. When I was coming up, he was already in jail, and he was making videos, doing interviews, and all sorts of things of that nature. Now, I think most of the positive accolades from Larry Hoover comes from the time when he was incarcerated. I think he was doing a lot of prison reform. He did a lot of charity work. He was speaking with the youth. He did a lot of gang prevention. He denounced the Gangster Disciples. So I think that's where a lot of this stigma of Larry Hoover comes from. I don't think it was due to his street presence when he was out free in the streets, because let's admit it, he was a part of the Gangster Disciple, a ruthless gang in Chicago that dealt drugs and dealt in murder, racketeering, and all those sorts of things. So y'all got to give me y'all opinion in the comments. How do y'all feel about the situation? Now, I'm not trying to take nothing from Larry Hoover. Like I said, at the age that he is, he's been down for 50 plus years. He did make some positive strides. He tried to turn his life around once he was incarcerated. I think he saw the bigger picture, and I think he does have regret for the legacy that he left with the Gangster Disciples, which led him to denouncing the game as a whole. So I'm not taking nothing for Larry Hoover. I definitely wish him the best, and I don't take nothing from no man who want to change his life after you did some wrong out here in the streets. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. What's y'all opinion? How y'all feel about Wack 100 stance on this? Do y'all think that he was a little harsh with Larry Hoover? Or y'all think he's spot on that, look, he didn't really do a lot while he was free to deserve all this support from the black community? So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notification bell on, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.